The Berserker's hometown. Filth, mud, mold. The biggest virus factory on this side of the mountains.
Oh, Arx. I missed you, buddy. It just wasn't the same running around without you. That's definitely for sure. As you said, we're in Goliath. We are going to go talk to Auric because Cauldron thinks something is wrong with him because of reasons. Yeah, we talked to them a while ago. I forgot exactly what it is, but we have a mission to do that, so I figured that'll be a good thing to ease ourselves into after what happened to us previously. That was terrifying and way high level for us, and this looks like just an easy talking quest, which we can get levels off of. Speaking of levels, I have 2 learning points and no tribute points, but I do have 2 learning points which I need to have a think on sometime. Sort of take stock of what I need, because I definitely think the alchemy was...
These seedlings are the source of the Berserker's power. We should burn all these farms to the ground.
Damn, dude. Damn.
So, your job is to protect these plants from mutants.
Happy? I've got the most important job in Goliath. Hey, maybe even on Magalan. Protecting the seedlings, that's the law. World hearts are to be protected from everyone and everything. Not that these little baby seedlings are world hearts yet. But now Boren's had the mana delivery from Caldrim, we can start cultivating them again, and then, who knows? World hearts, proper world hearts, are rare. But maybe, just maybe, one of these little things will make it to maturity.
Oh. Culture 73th plot. I think I'll leave that one for now. We're just going to find out what he thinks about people. Let's figure out what he thinks of his friends first.
Are you happy working for Cauldron?
Yeah. So, yeah. Well, it's not always so easy. Caldrim is pretty strict about how the plants are grown and what you do with them, and, well, how are we gonna learn like that? You think the first cultivators just stood and watched things grow? The first mages just waited for magic? No, they tried things. They experimented.
I feel like I'm a psychologist right now.
What do you think of Born?
He's a good boss. I enjoy working with him. He cuts me some slack, gives me some time of my own. That gives me a chance to, well, do some experiments sometimes. Just try a few things to see if I can help the seedlings.
Is there a way to stop the mutants from eating the plants?
Yeah, I mean, if we can't grow many world hearts, maybe we should try growing them differently. Maybe we could breed them so that the mutants wouldn't eat them. But we're not allowed to try, which is crazy. I mean, imagine what we could do. And not just to seedlings. If mana does that to a plant, imagine what it could do to a person. If we don't try, we won't progress.
I've just noticed the plant going through my face and how heavily pixelated they are. Huh. It's really weird. Kind of very distracting and jarring. Why are they this pixelated?
And is everything all right out here? There's nothing getting you down?
Just the usual. The mutants. The low success rate in growing world hearts. The occasional bit of grief from the boss, but nothing too bad. You know, nothing worth talking about.
Why are world hearts so rare?
I don't know. I mean, berserkers have been studying them since before I was born. I think they found one out in the wild. I heard they were going to destroy it because it was, you know, a mutant plant. Then they realized this thing was making everything else grow. They've been learning how to cultivate more world hearts since then, but it's hard. Even since they learned to feed them with mana.
It sounds like you really care about your job.
You know, yes, I do. I want to see the seedlings live. I want to see more world hearts. I just wish that the others could see how I could help them achieve that.
How do you think you can improve the seedling crop?
And that's just the seedlings. There've not been many experiments on people since some narrow-minded warlord banned them. I think we should at least talk about trying that again. If feeding mana to plants in these doses can make world hearts, what would happen if we got the dose right with people? Any experiment, it's going to take someone to show the way, to blaze the trail, to be the first.
Wow. Alright, we went from experimenting with plants and we sort of jumped to people. Shouldn't we do something a little bit in between? I don't know, maybe something that something else that sort of responds to mana, like maybe rats or something. They might respond to it, see what happens to them. I'm out of my depth here, but just going from plants to people, that's a huge freaking jump. I don't know what I think of that. Are you going to get to the point? Let's entertain him. Maybe he's not as crazy as he is coming across. He reminds me of certain bad people now that I've seen in past who are like scientists and do anything for the scientific discovery.
It takes courage to be the first.
Well, I was thinking about mana and seedlings and us, right? The Elex, the normal Elex that the Albs are after, that makes them stronger. That's why they're so scary. So I thought, what if we did that with mana? I mean, it's being purified by the plants, so it should be alright, yeah? And if it makes us stronger, like the Albs, then we'd stand more of a chance. We could take them on. So I extracted the juice from a seedling and I drank it. And I felt like I understood everything. Everything.
Don't your laws forbid that?
Yeah, I suppose, but don't you see? If we can get this to work, if we can do this, then we'd all be stronger. You can see that, can't you? I've got to wait to try again, but I'm telling you, one more dose, maybe two, and I'll become something else. Something that can fight the Alves.
One more dose?
One more mature seedling, and I could solve this question. I know it. I can show everyone the way. We can win this war. All this can be over. You believe me, right? So, let's keep this between ourselves. You will get more juice. I promise. I should go now.
Hold up, what?
I have to make this work.
What? Okay, we're getting juice out of this too, mate, so... Huh. Well, at least he's experimenting on himself, rather than other people. That's a good thing, right? What if we talk to him a bit more?
These seedlings, they're our true hope.
Okay, he doesn't want to talk anymore, but... Okay, Arx, what do you think of this? He doesn't have anything special to say about that conversation, which is fair enough. What does my journal say about all this? When I can figure out what the journal...
With that here?
Oh my... Hold up! Nah, buddy. Buddy. You're talking about injecting yourself with like purified mana and making yourself stronger, and you're angry that I'm looking at a PDA. Bro, we had a moment. We shared bonds and stuff. Come on. So what does that mean for us exactly? Like, what's that? Keys and stuff. Okay, let's just have a look at this, because there's an Idan. I think it's been closed out now. Well, it looks like he has... Well, the quest has been closed out, so... Hi, Born. Teach me something.
Teach me something.
What do you have to show me? How much money do I have anyway? That'd actually be pretty good, radioactive resistance. Oof. Actually, armor would be pretty good, but I need 55 constitution for that. So we can't get anything worthwhile. Radiation resistance wouldn't be that bad. I haven't had much of a problem with it yet, besides a couple areas, which I'm happy to avoid for now until I get a rad suit or something. I might see who else is around and see what they've got training wise. Otherwise, we've got a mission here for Hank. He's worried about the crates, and I'm pretty sure he's the fellow who actually said that he wants no witnesses as well. But it's all the way over here, which is going to be very... I think it's going to be difficult. I just got a feeling that this place is going to be riddled with enemies, and it's going to be a tough one, so... Well, obviously we won't know until we actually go there to explore it, but that's just the feeling I got. In any case, I'm going to go around and see what trainers we have that might help me survive a little bit more and figure out what I want to spend these attribute points on. Actually, I can probably just look at this and see what I want to spend attribute points on and then go from there. So, in a bit.
You're responsible for overseeing the pit, aren't you?
What's that to a hunter?
So, you're responsible for all the Elex technology in Goliath.
Why? Have you found something while you were out hunting?
Do you destroy everything that comes to you? Or do you ever try any of it out? And would you ever think of testing it in the field?
You mean give Elex weapons to someone to see if they work? Someone like you? It's an interesting idea. Say, why not meet me in the tavern later? I'll talk to you about it.
Sure, I can be in the tavern later. And I'll be buying.
Well, it's an interesting conversation you had. Hello, Stormson.
Today's the day things change, my friend. Today is the day when a chance was taken, that the door to victory was opened.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the future of Magalan. This world will grow again, across all the lands. I'm talking about the safety of Goliath and all who live here. A fair chance to turn the battle. These albs will be in for a shock, and once the way is shown, all berserkers will follow.
He gave me 30 shards.
The world is changing. We must all see that.
Why did he give me 30 shards? He must be rather generous. I wish I had a torch. This is something I suddenly wish I had. Jorah!
Hey, what's that you're hiding there?
What are you talking about?
There, on your arm. What is that?
Have you got a problem with me?
I'm trying to help you avoid a problem. It's Elex technology, and that sort of device is forbidden to berserkers here in Goliath. Carrying a piece like that openly on your arm could get you into trouble.
Yeah, they kind of already know, and they get pretty upset with me, so this will be good to know if I can somehow hide it.
I'm not carrying it. It's an implant.
An implant? Well, that gives you a reason for not removing it. Well, you don't look like an owl. Too much color in your cheeks, too much shine in your eyes. That and you've not tried to kill me. Still, best you know that should you find any other Elex technology on your travels, you should take it to the pit for disposal.
But you just said to that Stormson fella that you can sell him Elex technology.
How do you get anything done without technology?
We haven't rejected technology completely. We have rejected Elex technology. And as you can see around you, we have done fine without it. A clean life. Life as it was before the comet. Life grown from mana. Now, that's a better use for Elex than building devices. So we collect technology, extract the Elex from it, and throw the scrap into the pit.
So you extract Elex just like the elves?
You're comparing us to those inhuman creatures? Those monsters throw people into their converters. Alive or dead, it doesn't matter to them. We cure the soil of Elix's poison and use it for healing. You will find our healers on the upper ring. They'll show you how we use its power.
Kind of already know all this, but I suppose we're stepping through it with him because he might offer us the technology at some point.
Why not do this and use technology?
You sound like one of those technophiles, looking forward and not knowing their history. Listen, there are books from the Great Fall that say there were other ways to power machines, but that most of them poisoned the air and the soil. And so, Amric and the Forefathers decreed that all technology that poisoned our world should be forbidden. And right at the time machines were forsworn, and we started to make Magalan pure again, mana was given to us. Magic is nature's reward for our rejection of technology. And if you have magic, why would you want technology? So the Albs pump Elex into themselves, the clerics feed it to machines, and we transmute it into magic.
Elex has given the Alps strength.
You think? Maybe. I don't know, they're a mystery to me. Most people know the Albs split from the clerics, but I don't know anyone who knows why they split from them. They have a love of Elex, a need for it, but as to why, if we knew that, perhaps we could talk with them. But they have retreated into Zakor, only to be seen when they come to kill. And they're changing, becoming less human. While our mana helps us cast magic, it's toxic to the Albs.
But Alps can cast magic.
Yes. Now there is something I don't understand.
If Elex is so bad, why do you trade using Elexit?
You mean, why not turn it into mana?
It's Elex, isn't it?
Yes, but the concentration in it is just too low to produce mana. Maybe one day we'll manage it, but until then, it's useful. Everyone spends it, so we do too. I'm glad it's the Pilgrim and the Warlord who have to decide all these things. It makes my head hurt.
Evidently we know this?
There is a process that would let you extract the Elex.
Maybe, but like I said, technology is a curse. If it was something the Pilgrim wanted, he would have found a way to do it, but he hasn't. I trust in the Pilgrim to make those decisions. He's proved himself wise so far.
Why did you give us a mace? Okay, I'll take it, but I don't know why. He didn't say anything.
So if you need Elex, why do you want to get rid of it?
Amric's paradox. We are told Elex is the center of all ills in the world, and yet it is also the cure. So we collect it, transmute it, and hope we can win the race against those who would use it for destruction. You could help us with that.
Why should I help you?
I understand. There is a war on. But we must all work together to end it. Please, just hear me out. You must have seen that monster made of metal that sits on the horizon? That Alb converter?
What about it?
The Albs built it to refine Elex here in Edan, but our warriors forced them to abandon it. That machine is a thing abhorrent to nature. But we can make use of it. Well, of the Elex in it. Amric's paradox. Let's take that horror and make it magic. It won't be an easy task, but I need to get some parts from the converter that have a high Elex concentration in them. Can you do that?
And if I get caught bringing Elex into Goliath?
You have my absolute word that this is official business. I told you, we need this. Amric and the Pilgrim agree. Magic is nature's cure. Technology, its curse. The World Hearts will purify Magalan without the need for machines. It's up to us to tidy up the mess that those machines have already made.
I will get you the converter parts you want.
Good. Great. Thank you. Be careful, though. Last guy we sent disappeared. He promised he'd be back quickly. Never seen again.
Excellent.
Good day to you.
So you don't have anything to sell. Okay. Maybe when we get your trust we might be able to buy things off you, or just never ever be able to buy things off you. Okay, so that's an interesting development, isn't it? Let's find that mission. Elex supplies. I just want to see it on the map. Oh, crud. It's in there? Isn't that where the Alps are already? Then they, yeah, they kicked my ass. So that Corin fellow was the one who went in there first, and he's stuck there still. Huh. Okay. I don't think I'm high enough level for that just yet. Are you the fella I need to talk to?
No, not now.
No, I need to find the trainer. For reasons. Right on. I went to the trainers and trained myself. I got, what was it? Not modified weapons, the gemstone socket. Unfortunately, I don't actually have anything that has gemstones in it besides my agitator. Or this thing actually has an empty socket just there. But I can't use it yet because I don't have enough decks, so that might be something I'm going to beeline towards, getting more decks. Because I think a few of these things require decks, don't they? Like the crossbow requires decks. Got a few bolts, although it does less damage, which is really interesting. Side effect of the perfect weapon for hunting, no matter if the game has 4 legs or 2. I don't quite understand that. Yeah, it's very weird, strange to me that a crossbow does less damage than a bow, but maybe it's just a crappy bow. I mean, crappy crossbow. In any case, I got that one, and then I also got attack strength. Increases the power of your strikes at each level, so that I got one into that as well. Next would probably be parry strength. Maybe? I can't really think of anything else I really want, or that I can actually afford to get right now, because we need... Again, we need like dex and cunning and constitution and such, and I haven't been paying much mind to that. In any case, we're going to try and work our luck with these crates and hope that we don't die a horrible, horrible death. I'm sure we could just run through the enemies and grab the crates and just beeline away. That's always an option for us. That'll be fun.